Walt Disney once said, "If we can dream it, we can do it." If your dream is to live near Disney World, then you can do it, and I can help. Hi, I'm Realtor Victor Naraki, and I would appreciate the opportunity to make your dream a reality. I can help you decide which is best for you, a new construction home or pre-owned, based on your needs for size, neighborhood, and most importantly, your budget. How do I do that? Well, it's quite simple. I listen to what you want, and by using my experience as a realtor specializing in homes near Disney World for almost 15 years, I can find you the home you will love. Visit celebratingflorida.com and take your first step to making your dream a reality. I encourage you to create a free, no obligation account on my website. By doing so, you'll unlock the website's full potential and be able to enter specific criteria, save listings, and browse new properties sent to you by email. Remember, if you can dream it, we can do it.
Remember that website, celebratingflorida.com. And when you meet Victor, be sure to tell him the Grand Circle Tour podcast sent you.
The Disneyland Limited now leaving for a Grand Circle Tour of the Magic Kingdom. All passengers board.
Star Tours announces the boarding of the Endor Express. All passengers, please prepare for immediate boarding.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. To those guests who've just joined us, welcome. For those of you standing, please hold on to the handrails throughout our journey and stay clear of the door.
Please keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the train and remain seated at all times. Now then, hang on to them hats and glasses, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
I am Sam, the American Eagle, and I am proud to introduce the Grand Circle Tour podcast, a celebration of Disney parks, but mostly the American ones. I really like these guys.
Hey gang, welcome to another exciting adventure of the Grand Circle Tour podcast. I am Stan Solo, and joining me today are my two favorite co-hosts. We're going to start off with the one that came into the Solo Studios first, Conductor Dan Hansen. Welcome aboard, and how are you today, my friend, and waltz up?
Hello, Stan Solo. How are you?
I am amazing, but you already knew that.
I was trying to set you up for that answer. Have you guys, I'm not sure if you guys heard of these things, but have you guys seen the animatronics they're selling at Home Depot?
I have a couple.
We laugh right now because we were supposed to start recording 25 minutes ago, but instead we've been talking about these animatronics.
Such weirdos.
Such weirdos. And I didn't tell them that this was going to be my waltz up either. I just, figured we'd just roll right into it. But they are really cool. I was at Home Depot this morning at 6:30 a.m. Not to find the animatronics, but they were
lies.
No, I did not buy it. But they were bringing them in like by the box full, like by the
pallet
full. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. The pallet full. But they didn't have Goofy, and I think Goofy is the most popular out there. So if you guys have not seen them yet, do yourself a favor, go on the Home Depot website. They now have a category on Home Depot labeled animatronics.
Actually, you're better off checking YouTube, because then you get to actually see them moving. And,
yeah, exactly.
People talking about them and building them and all that.
Yeah,
The R2 you also can't get. You can't get the R2-D2. There's several Star Wars ones and several Disney
Chewbacca, ones. Who's it? Chewbacca, Stormtrooper, Darth Vader, and R2. Yep. Yeah. And then for the Disney characters, Mickey, Minnie, Olaf, and Goofy.
Yeah. You can't get R2 and you can't get Goofy.
Exactly.
They need Donald too, the number one duck.
I'm surprised that they went with Olaf instead of Donald. I gotta be honest.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Probably next year.
Typically, I mean, maybe Donald's not wrong with the way he feels about Mickey getting the spotlight all the time.
Oh, he's totally right. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Mickey's 100% right. Or Donald's 100% right about that. Yeah,
he doesn't even get a Home Depot animatronic.
Yes, they're putting Olaf out there before Donald. What in the world?
Exactly. All righty, Holly, how are you today, and what's up?
So, Stan, I was actually thinking about you last night. Every time, which isn't very often, but I go to Joe's Italian Ice, I always think of Stan, and we went to Disneyland last night. And so We got an Italian ice, and I was gonna send it to you, but then, I feel guilty because then you'll be like, "Oh, I really want one of
You're gonna
those."
send him the ice? I think it would
A
melt.
photo of it.
Oh, okay.
But
Did you
but,
get the cherry flavor?
you know it. Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one. That's the winner.
So, I've been talking about these tiaras that create your own because it started as my waltz up, and then it turned into a whole episode about magical extras that you can do. But we did the create your own tiaras again last night at the Crystal Shops in Disneyland because they have brand new ones. They are Halloween themed now. They're really cool. They have spider webs and bats on them, and you get to create your own by adding the different colored crystals. So they have a whole little section where you pick out the crystals, and then they go back and they add them in for you. And they're really heavy duty. They're really nice. So they said they're going to be getting Christmas ones too. So super excited about that. So I'm going to have a whole collection of every kind of tiara you can imagine. But
They are really pretty though. They
yeah,
are gorgeous.
yeah, they really are. And it's crazy because I've been spending so much time in that crystal shop these days, and I can't believe how much stuff is in there. I know we all walk by the ones on Main Street and you see all the whatever it is, like the castle and then all the different characters, and you're like, oh, that would be cool. And they're like $10,000. But there are so many other really cool things in those crystal shops. Ornaments you can create pins. It's like endless. Like I think they're doing in Magic Kingdom the glass. Like you can actually like they have the pumpkins where they're glass. What is it?
Yeah, glass making.
Okay, yeah. So and
Like,
they
like
have
blown
pumpkins.
glass?
Yeah, so blown glass pumpkins.
Yeah, blown.
And
That's right.
I think Mary got one for the Mickey's party, Halloween party, and so they really have some really, really cool, unique items in there. And the more I go in there, the more things I want, which is I need to just stay out of there. But
There was a Mickey glove, a blown glass, and it was kind of smoky inside, like it was white.
yeah.
How they do that. But I think it was like a business card holder that you put on your
Oh, yeah.
business cards, whatever.
That's cool.
If you don't have business cards, I'm sure you could find other uses for it.
Well, now they have the old business card holders are all now phone holders.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
no
you know
joke.
what? It probably would be a phone holder.
Exactly what they are. That's what people use it as now.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that for sure. Very cool. Very cool.
So Stan, what's up?
So I'm working on my Halloween display, and I'm pretty proud of it this year. I have a theme this year. I put on my Imagineering hat. I mean, I'm not saying anything wrong with people or anything bad with people that just put a whole whack of, they fill their entire yard full with skeletons or
Right.
inflatables or, they got everything under the sun. They got a graveyard, But I did a story kind of with mine this year. So the story I have is, and I don't think anyone's going to see it or hear it or understand it unless I explain it to them. But it's Area 51. So I got a big, huge banner that says Area 51 on it. That's covers up a big chunk of my house.
I already love it.
And the people that are at Area 51 are decorating for Halloween. So they put up this Halloween bunting and they put up a bunch of pumpkins. So there's these aliens that look like pumpkins that see these pumpkins and they come down to investigate it. And when they come down, they kind of take over Area 51 and they cause havoc, and they're hanging from the trees and they're hanging from the railings, and there's a US flag that was supposed to be hanging, like flying, and you see the one alien he's holding on to the US flag and he's hanging up the alien flag like they're taking over. And that's the story of and of course with the Govee lights and all that. So what's really cool though is there's these boys that live in the neighborhood, and every once in a while they come and at first they were afraid to come into the yard. They would just stand on the street and they would look and they would point at the pumpkins and the different decorations and point stuff out. Now they're starting to come into the yard and they're reading the signs more and they're getting a bit more brave, and they're probably 9 or 10 years old. So today they came into the yard and they yelled, "If you have a Ring camera, your house is really cool. It looks great. Thank you." And of course, I'm watching this on my Ring camera.
And then you yelled, "Get off my lawn!"
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this Halloween. I think it's gonna be a fun one. It's a Friday night. I'm just hoping for nice weather.
Don't plan on giving out too much candy, because if you got to tell that story to every trick or treater,
This is what I was thinking as you were telling that. Like Disney Springs has like a backstory to it. And like, hundreds of thousands of people go to Disney Springs a day and only like 10 people know that story, right? But it's still cool that there's a story behind it. That's how I picture Stan's yard, right?
Yeah.
Like,
That's exactly how it is.
Exactly.
What I'm thinking is if I tell these boys, they'll pass on the word. I think they'll tell the story to everybody because there's like 3 of them. I think
it will be like the owner of the house got abducted and
the aliens are taking over. They took the flag away and they put their own flag up. Oh, man.
And the US is buying Canada. Oh, wait.
Exactly. All righty. We got a really fun topic for you. But before we get to that, let's hear from Ken and Lori with MEI.
Hey there, it's Ken the voiceover guy, and I'm here with Lori Oliveri from MEI Mousefan Travel. Lori, Adventures by Disney is so expensive. Is it worth it?
The service and local knowledge you receive are second to none on Adventures by Disney trips. I did one a couple years ago to China, and it was simply amazing. The people and the food were explained by and shared with, and we were totally immersed in the local culture. I enjoyed being totally pampered on that trip with 5-star restaurants and hotel. If you love to travel this way, Adventures by Disney is the way to go.
If you would like more information on booking your dream vacation, visit their website at meitravel.com. And don't forget to tell them the Grand Circle Tour podcast sent you.
And we're back. Did you see that? I guess the MEI is celebrating their 20th anniversary this weekend at Disneyland.
Nice.
And
Yep.
Becky and all the agents are there. Lori's there.
So I missed them? I was there last night.
Yeah, they left this morning. They left. Lori left this morning anyways. Yeah. You missed them by that much.
Right.
Yeah. So congratulations. 20 years. That's excellent.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So this topic today comes from a previous show that we did, or that I did, what Dan was involved with. Dan and Francine did, about the restrooms at their favorite restrooms. And I'm listening to this, and Dan is even saying that I could picture people being at home going, "You forgot about such and such a restroom. You forgot about that restroom." That was exactly what I was doing. I was like, "Hey, how did you forget about the restrooms at the Hoop to Do review?" Because there is a mural on the wall that is so unique and so amazing in the men's room that you gotta see it. Like, are you familiar with it, Dan? I know Holly isn't, but Dan, are you?
Like, wait a second.
I'm familiar with the one that used to be in Trail's End, but is it the same thing in Hoop-de-Doo?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was in Hoop-de-Doo as well.
Yeah. And it has the cowboys. Yeah, they're at a campfire, and it's tile. It's a tile mosaic.
It's tiles, exactly.
Yeah,
it's
tile
like
mosaic mural. They're at the campfire, and they're all kind of scratching, and like I'm not sure if there's ants or if it's itching powder or if they're allergic to the food, but yeah, they're all scratching and like lifting their shirts, and and there's like one guy that's not bothering him at all. He's just sitting there eating.
Wait, so you know that they're itching?
Like, oh yeah, you can see that they're like lifting up the shirts and scratching themselves. That's what the mural is.
It's a guy thing, Holly.
Okay. I'm out.
So yeah. Search Trails and Men's Restroom Mural, and you'll see it.
Trails
End, it right now.
Yeah.
Which is by the way why I didn't make top restrooms, because it's kind of gross, but
What, the mural? Oh,
yeah, I'm joking.
Oh. It's a very cool mural. So anyways, so I thought, let's talk about the murals in restrooms. No, let's just talk about the murals.
I was like, wait.
By the way, you know how many people have told me that I've missed a restroom? I've never talked about bathrooms more in my life than the last 2 weeks.
Well, the other thing too you missed is, and Francine said that she thought that the ones at Galaxy's Edge were amazing. They miss a huge opportunity at the Galaxy's Edge restrooms. They should have had like alien toilet or something like that only an alien could possibly use, or one that's like really up like up high on the wall or something that
Chewbacca size urinal.
yeah, like a urinal that's like 30 feet up. With that's just a little hole or something. I don't know.
So I just looked that mural up, and it's on whatever website this is. It's in the top 6 murals at Disney World.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, check it out. It's a cool one.
That's pretty funny.
So anyway, so I thought we'd talk about murals, and we'll go around the table and kind of mention some of our favorites. So Dan, did you want to start off?
Yeah, I'll start with the one at Trail's End. No, I'm joking.
Even though I snuck one in, you notice that I snuck one in to get one in
Yeah,
first.
whatever.
So when Stan sent this topic to Holly and I wrote, "Does the purple wall count?" And then Stan said yes. I'm like, all right, and that's the only answer. Next topic. All right?
Yeah. The gumball.
Yeah, exactly. But I think some people, at least the older generation, is going to get a little upset that my first one's going to be the purple wall, right? Because it's not the most, like, I guess, prettiest or most work went into it. But I do think that currently it's the most iconic out there. And like, if you think about what the purple wall has done on Instagram for like just people wanting to go visit, it's like free press every time someone's posting a picture on the purple wall. For those that don't know what the purple wall is, if you live under a rock, it's it's over in the walkway to Tomorrowland. And I don't know, when was it? Probably like 2019-ish, I would think.
Yeah, around there. Yeah, right
around there. They just painted it purple. At first, it was just purple, like lavender, like a lavender or purple.
Yeah.
Then they put some they change it from like lavender to a little darker purple with like some designs in the middle. There's like basically like 3 different sections now: the light purple, the dark purple, and then the middle side with all the designs.
And not only that, now they got cast members like photo pass cast members taking your photo.
Do they really?
Yeah,
they have stanchions there now, like to keep the line in order when it gets crowded.
Is there really a stanchion? I didn't know about that.
I saw a stanchion there once. Yeah,
Oh
just
my
like
God.
one level.
Okay, that's crazy.
But and then the best part is that there are some people that are so crazy that they believe that certain parts of the day, the lighting hits the wall at like the perfect angle. So people are there, like, I don't know what time that is, but like people
Like
show up. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what it is. And they get there at those minutes to get the perfect picture in front of.
We got to get our picture at the purple wall at 1 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, at 4 o'clock.
And on Mickey's birthday, the shadow forms a. No, I'm joking.
That's
Mickey. Oh my gosh, that's yeah.
That was crazy. The second one I thought of was the purple wall. Actually, to tell you the truth, when I first thought of this topic,
it's got to be the most popular right now. If you just ask people,
is it
youngsters, the new generation of Disney fans?
I think okay. Well, it's more popular than the guys scratching themselves in the men's room.
Yeah,
I never took a selfie in front of that one.
I haven't taken a selfie in front of the purple wall either.
Oh, I have.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yes.
At 4 o'clock.
4:03, exactly.
4:03, yeah. Alrighty, Holly.
Okay, so I've shared this one with you guys before, and I think I've shared it on Instagram, but this is a fun one, and it's in California Adventure, and it is in Cars Land over in and it says Radiator Springs, and then it's a mural of a tractor, and it says, "Here it is." And the tractor wheels are completely black. So when you adjust yourself just right, it makes Mickey ears on the person standing in front of it. So that one's a really fun one. And I have no idea if they did that on purpose or if somebody was just taking photos in front of it and said, wait a second, you now have mouse ears. But that was the whole thing, to make yourself like a hidden Mickey. And so, yeah, if you stand in front of it just right, and this is over by the Cozy Cones, you can have Mickey ears. So
honestly, I've never even heard of that before.
Really? Because I know I've shared it with you guys. Because I've recorded Monroe like over there, and I'm like, hold still, like right here. And then yeah, it's really cute. So yeah, it's over by Cozy Cones. It's a big billboard type
Okay.
mural painted.
That's
So
cool. That's an interesting one.
uh-huh.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So I'm going to stick in Magic Kingdom, and this one is probably this is which one I think is the most iconic, and when I think people think of the most when they think of murals at Disney World is the mosaic mural of the story of Cinderella in the castle.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous, yeah. And it's, I don't know how many panels it is, but it basically tells the entire story of Cinderella.
Uh-huh.
All of these, probably like 500,000 little mosaic tiles.
And I've walked past that numerous times and not even paid attention until one day I stopped to look at it, and I was blown away at just how intricate it was and just so beautiful. But yeah,
See,
that's a
that's the
really good
difference
one.
between you and me, Holly. I know I didn't go to Disney World till I was an adult, but I think I was at Disney World maybe 30 minutes, and I was already examining.
Yeah, no, I probably had to get through the
Mosaic.
castle to get to a ride or something or get a snack. And then it wasn't until I was, leaving after hours or something and saw it. So
Yeah, yeah. And my very first visit, I was taking pictures of that and examining it and wondering if it was actual really gold, 24 karat gold, because of the gold. Some of the
It's
tiles are golden colored.
do you know the story behind that? It's 14 karat gold is
It's
used.
14. Is it really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what the difference between 14 and 24 karat gold, but I do know for a fact that it's 14 karat gold used.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. And
it's because he just
you're
Googled it,
you're
folks.
you're
Well,
being
not
doing it.
just, but about an hour ago I googled it.
You're doing a disservice to yourself if you don't stop and take a look at it.
Yeah.
Actually, I
So
think.
so since you Googled it an hour ago, how many tiles are on there?
It says I didn't see the tiles, the amount of tiles, but it's 15 foot by 10 foot wide, 500 colors used, and John Hench, one of the Imagineers, was
Uh-huh.
one of the people behind it.
Very cool.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool.
That one's definitely a good one.
Nice. Alrighty, Dan.
I think I'm going to disagree with you that that's the most famous mural.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to disagree that that's not even the most famous mosaic mural. I personally think when I think of mosaic murals in Disney, I think of the one at the Contemporary, which
Okay.
is
Yeah.
larger in size.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that one I do have the number of tiles, Holly. That's 18,000 hand painted and fire glazed tiles in that
Wow.
mosaic. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, it goes from the top to the bottom of the Contemporary when you're in the inside in the A-frame. And it is, do you know, anyone know the name of it? I didn't know this until I just looked it up too.
It was Grand Canyon or something like that, isn't it? That's the name of
The Grand
area.
Canyon is the concourse, right? The Grand Canyon concourse. But the name of the actual mural is the Pueblo Village mural.
Say that again.
Pueblo Village, Pueblo. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah.
Pueblo.
Yes.
And who designed it?
Well, Mary Blair.
Mary Blair, exactly right. So anything Mary Blair is iconic Disney to me. So that, in my opinion, is the most famous. When I think of murals, that's the first one I thought of.
I agree, even though I'm not very familiar with it. I've only probably seen it once or something, but I agree because I've heard about that one so many times.
Yeah.
And you hear of it because of the what is it? Is it the 3-legged or 5-legged goat?
Five-legged.
5-legged.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you look for the goat with the extra leg, and everyone plays the game and looks for it, which, in my opinion, was the original start of the Hidden Mickey. Someone like very smart at Disney saw all these people go to the Contemporary to look for this, and they were like, "We should do that everywhere."
That you very well might be right.
That's what I've always thought that.
Yeah.
And it's this one's 90 feet tall from floor to ceiling.
Nice.
Wow.
That, you know what? That's a really good question. What do people think is the more iconic mural? The Mary Blair one in the Contemporary, or the Cinderella story at the castle?
Can we put
Pretty
like a
close.
poll up on our
Yeah.
Facebook?
We should-
We could do
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
Or the bubblegum wall.
Don't put that, because when that wins, we're all going to be upset.
Yeah. All righty. Okay, Holly.
Did you give one?
Yeah, I did the Cinderella Castle, and then Dan did the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're on our second rotation.
Holly, we started recording already, you know, eh?
Actually, Stan gave 2 because he cheated.
That's right. Okay, so there's a small one, super cute, and that's in Animal Kingdom in Africa. And it is a little abstract painting of Mickey Mouse, and it's written in Swahili, and it's
Yep.
Ficha fellow. Is that how you say it? Ficha
Yep.
fellow? Okay.
Ficha.
And so
That's how I would say
it
it.
means hidden Mickey. And it's super cute. And right in front of it is a little bicycle, because they have all those little decorations over there. Do you know what we're talking about, Stan?
Yeah. I actually was considering adding that one to my list, even.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's a really cute one. You're right. That's a good one. I thought about it. I'm thinking, is this a mural or is it just a drawing on a wall?
No, I would say it's a mural.
Yeah.
It's small,
it's a mural.
but
Yeah.
that one's fun.
And by the way, I didn't know it meant hidden Mickey until like a month ago. I heard that story for the first.
I know. I heard it a long time ago, and then I forgot about it until I was doing this again, and I was like, "Wait, what's that story behind that little one?" So.
Yeah. Fichwa means hidden.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's cute.
Good one. Yeah.
I like that one.
I guess my theme here is hidden Mickeys.
Well, okay. I'm going to stick with the theme. I'm going to stay in Animal Kingdom, and I'm going to stay with the hidden Mickeys. And this is a massive mural. It almost starts outside and then continues inside, if you think about it. The conservation station, Discovery Island at Animal Kingdom, or not Discovery Island, just the conservation station. There's that massive mural with all the different animals, and it is filled with hidden Mickeys.
Oh, I've never looked for those on there.
Get out, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you look especially in the pupils of the animals.
See, this is what happens when you ride rides, Stan.
Well, there's no rides at conservation station except for the train back.
Right, that's why I'm not over there very much.
That's why you're not there. Yeah, but it's a I don't know how many animals it are, but it is huge. It's like 2 stories tall, and it's these big, huge, massive, basically different types, all sorts of different animals, all their heads. And I don't know how many hidden Mickeys are in there. Probably about a dozen. Maybe not that many.
That's cool.
But there's a lot of hidden Mickeys.
Because that is a huge mural.
Yeah. So I'm going to put that one down as one of my favorites. And that was one of those wow moments from my first time going to Walt Disney World. There's certain things I remember when the first time I saw it, I kind of like, whoa, that's cool. And that mural was one of those moments. So was Dino Land, but that's we won't talk about that.
Oh my gosh.
Alrighty, Dan.
All right, now I'm starting to play the game of, should I do the ones where you guys are going to steal them from me, or should I?
Right, yeah, you
the ones
should.
where I know you're not going to do.
Because we're getting
the guy that started with the purple wall. You've been playing it from the very beginning, man.
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to save this one because I know you guys aren't going to say this one. And I'm going to go with the one at the Riviera. The 2, right? I guess there's 2 at the Riviera.
You son of a...
I picked correctly.
Well, I'll cross that one off my list.
Speaking of mosaics, while the other 2 mosaics that we spoke about are probably the most popular, I honestly think that these are the nicest as far as the mosaic is done. Yeah. And it's on the archway. So one side is Rapunzel. The other is is Peter Pan, right? Peter Pan? Yeah. Right? Am I right
No,
with that?
no,
You guys are
there's
both-
two different ones. One's
Yeah.
Peter Pan on both
It
sides.
goes
The other one,
all the way over.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
yeah.
Not sides, two different ones, right?
Two different
So
ones.
one's Rapunzel and one's Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Peter Pan is, Rapunzel is the one that I always like gravitate towards, and I think
Me
is
too.
the prettiest of the two.
Mhm.
But both of them were done extremely nice. And I remember when Riviera opened, I purposefully went to Riviera just to see that, because that's how much I was impressed in pictures. So very, very
Interesting.
nice.
So you and I are very different that way.
Why you were
No,
like, I don't want to go there?
I did the same. No, I did the same because I saw and I'm like, I have to, because Rapunzel Tangled is one of my favorite movies. So I had to go see it, and I was just as impressed, and it was so beautiful. So you have to leave the actual resort, and it's like walking to the Skyliner.
The Skyliner.
And they
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, and at nighttime, it's even more beautiful because of the lighting that they do. But
They have the lights on the bottom. So for those that don't know what they look like, it's like archways, right? So starts on one side, it goes above you, and then down the other side. And on the bottom of both archways, sides of the archways, there's like lights that come up. And what you're saying, Holly, is exactly right. At night, it's like so nice. And there's a fountain in the middle, I believe, right? If I'm thinking about it
there's a
correctly.
fountain,
And
then
that glows a little bit.
right, and then because it's Rapunzel, so it's one of the scenes is the floating lanterns, and they almost look like 3D with the lighting and just how well it's done. And it's 20 feet tall. I don't know if you had that.
I did not.
Yeah, so it's 20 feet tall, but like you said, it goes over, and then it's over 1 million hand painted. I don't know what I tried to say, tiles. But yeah. So
Wow. Million. Wow.
Yeah, and what's interesting about that is the tiles are very tiny.
Yes.
So from a distance, doesn't even look like it's tile. Like it doesn't look like
right,
it's
just
mosaic
painted.
until you get up closer and see that these are freaking tiles. This
Yeah.
isn't painted when you get up.
I
close.
mean, for me, it's worth it to take, if you're already on the Skyliner, to take the Skyliner over to look at this. But yeah, it's gorgeous. Definitely one
Stan,
of my favorites.
when you said we were different, what do you mean by that?
So for myself, when Riviera opened, I didn't do any research about it at all. I didn't watch any YouTubes or anything. And my wife and I were at Walt Disney World, and we were just going to go to the Riviera for breakfast and kind of look around. We were doing a resort hopping day, and it was at Christmas. We were looking at the Christmas decorations at all the different resorts, and I didn't know that this was coming when I saw it for the first time.
Wow.
So my first time seeing it was I never saw pictures of it or anything. And I was like, this thing is amazing. And
So
both
were
my
you
wife
on the
and I just kinda
Skyliner? Is that how you got there?
Yeah, because we were staying at Pop. We were
Okay.
taking the Skyliner to the Riviera, and we were going there. We were going to have breakfast and take pictures and all that. And yeah, it blew us away, that mural.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I agree. It is probably the prettiest of all the murals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it was on my list as well.
Yeah, it had to be on our list.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch to the ones that aren't on your list for my next two.
Okay.
All right, Holly.
So over in California Adventure, there are the huge doors of where cast members come in and out, but they usually use a side door. But this is where, if they're going to do a parade, where all the floats come in and out of. And it's over on Pixar Pier, and it's a Pixar Pier mural. And I just love it because it has the Luxo ball. I do a lot of photos over there, especially with my jewelry. It's just a fun mural and colorful, and it's nothing fancy like any of the other ones we've talked about, but I just really like it, especially because of the size of it. It's huge, and it's always fun to take photos by.
Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about. That it is a very impressive mural.
Yeah.
For sure. Very cool. Dan has no idea what we're talking about.
I honestly have no clue. I'm trying to Google it.
Yeah, Holly's picking ones that we don't have because hers are all from Disneyland.
Yeah, of course.
Very good. Very good.
That's because Dan needs to make a trip out here.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. For my next one, I think anybody who's who's not blind, has ridden Spaceship Earth has seen this one because it's just when you first load on Spaceship Earth, it's kind of the first mural. No, it's not even when you're loading; it's when you're entering the building. There's that big, huge mural it goes from cavemen to space age,
Yeah.
and it has the astronauts, and it's massive. It's probably about 2 stories tall, and very impressive mural. And plus, there's a hidden Mickey in there as well.
Of course there is.
Yeah, Holly's trying to picture it. She doesn't know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be on my mind now. Anytime I go to the parks, I'm going to be looking for more murals and paying more attention. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's it basically takes you through time. This mural.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And yeah, so it has like the caveman drawing on the walls, the moon in the background, the astronaut with the satellite, and if you look at the numbers, there's some numbers on the side, and it's like 2350 are the numbers, and they're all in red except the 3 is in black. And if you look at the inside of the 3, that makes the hidden Mickey. Makes a white hidden Mickey.
So did you notice this, or you learned about it?
I think I learned about it. I don't think I learned.
Okay.
I don't think I noticed it. But there's a hidden Mickey.
Oh yeah! Wow.
In the 3, when you look at the.
And do we know what those numbers are for?
Probably something, eh? 2350.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, 2350. Got to mean something.
Someone will know.
Yeah, but like I said, anyone who's ever ridden Spaceship Earth has seen this one. Dan,
pretty cool. Am I up?
Yeah.
Alrighty. All right. How many more do we think we have time for? 2 more each, you think?
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to go with this one because I know you guys don't have this one. And you're going to say, hold up, Dan, this isn't on Disney property. But it is Disney property. It's Disney Vero Beach.
Okay.
Where I go pretty often.
Hang on, let's talk to the judges, see if this one's allowed. The judges are nodding. Okay, yeah, it's allowed. Go ahead.
Gosh.
All right. So Disney Vero Beach, for those that don't know, is on, if anyone's familiar with that, the east side of Florida, there's A1A, right? A1A is that big long road that goes from all the way up north, all the way down to the bottom. And that's in between like the bays and the ocean, right? You have to like cross over bodies of water there. And A1A goes all the way up, right? So it's a major road. Disney Vero Beach is on, obviously, the ocean side, but they also have some property on the other side of A1A. And Disney would never have people cross that major highway. So what they did is they built a little tunnel. And in the tunnel, they just painted it. And by the way, the only thing to get on the other side of the tracks is like basketball courts, tennis courts. So it's not like a tunnel that's used often.
Right.
And that's why I think it's awesome that someone just decided to do all the Lost Boys in the tunnel. Like
that's so
the whole
cool.
tunnel is just Lost Boys as you walk over. And there's like a line that makes it look like they're like flying, and they're like kind of flying out of control. And it's just really cute. So I don't know if you're Googling it right now, Holly, but
I'm not. Okay. Yeah.
I like how Dan just says someone decided. Like there was somebody that was staying there one day.
Yeah.
That's why. Well, that's the exact story behind it, right? Because it's not pretty. It's not like, it's literally one of the cast members took some paint and said, "This is how we're going to paint it today." And that's the story that they tell at Vero Beach.
That's so funny.
Okay.
Because it's not like, you can tell it's not like professionally Disney done. It's
Yeah.
just like someone hand painting it.
Yeah, it's just cute.
Yeah, exactly. So that's always a fun one for me. I always like looking at that as I'm going through that tunnel.
Very cool. That kind of reminds me of when Jim Henson and Frank Oz were at, I think it was Johnny Carson's show, and they were in the green room, and Frank says, "What's behind that door?" And he opened the door, and there was all these pipes that were in this. It was like plumbing or something. It was all these different pipes. So Jim says, I have a good idea. And they went to the hardware store and they bought a bunch of colored paint, and they painted all these pipes different colors, and they they made them all look like faces, like they painted eyes on, and so the pipe would come out and it was like a nose, and yeah, and and they didn't tell anybody they did that. And it wasn't until like way later that I guess they had to get a plumber there for something, and he opened up the door and he goes like, why are these pipes painted like this? And they clued in who did it. And they're still there, and they have them behind glass now that anybody can go there, can see them. And
That's
I don't
cool.
think it's the same studio or whatever. But anyways, that's what that kind of reminds me of, is just that someone decided to do it,
Uh-huh.
and they just did
Love
it.
it.
Someone decided, yeah.
That's great.
Okay, Holly.
Can a mural be on the ground? Yeah,
I
right?
don't. Yeah, because it's a ground mural instead of a
Sure.
wall mural. I mean, you
Okay,
can't have
so
a wall mural on the
I'm
ground.
gonna
It's the wall
throw one
mural.
there that maybe the judges are gonna disqualify, but
Okay. The judges are holding up a sign. Okay, let's hear what she's talking about first, and then we'll decide.
Yep.
Okay.
so over in Avengers Campus, there is a mural painting something, I don't know, on the ground, and it's black and white and it's very abstract. And until you are standing in front of it taking a photo, you really have no idea what it's all about. But the way that is painted, or it has to be painted on the ground, it's where it looks like, what is that called? Where,
Like a
oh my
black
gosh.
hole or a void or something.
Yeah, so if you stand properly and you act like you're falling and you take a photo, it looks like you're falling into some crazy like black hole, and it's really
3D.
cool.
It's 3D
Yeah,
art.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, exactly. That's what it is. 3D art. And
This whole time, by the way, I was finding a buzzer sound to buzz you, like as the judge. But then I'm like, no, this counts. I can't use the
This
buzzer.
counts. Okay, what are the yeah, the judges are saying it counts.
Yeah.
Okay.
but it's really cool, especially when when it first opened. We're like, what are people doing over there? Like, you just see this black and white, like abstract painting, like on the ground in the middle of an area, and you're like, that's weird, until you actually stand at a certain angle, take
Yep.
the photo, and it looks really cool. And I've done countless photos there. Haven't done any in a while because we're over it by now, but it's really cool and it's funny. We've done it where like we're pretending to fall in and people are
Yep.
pulling us out, and so it's a lot of fun, and people are still over there all the time taking these photos. But when you just see this blob of black and white on the ground, you're like, what in the world is that? But yeah, it turns out really
3D
cool.
3D art has become super popular. Even when you go to Epcot for the
Yeah.
what's the art festival? What's that festival
Festival of
called?
the Arts, yeah.
Festival of the Arts.
Yeah.
Well, we're with it.
Yeah, a lot of 3. I actually went to a 3D art museum with the boys,
Yeah.
and it's great because they actually like have spots on the floor where that's the spot you're supposed to take the picture from too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. So
Yeah, it turns out really cool in the photos.
I've seen your photos, so
Right.
they're very nice.
Well, Holly, I think it was you that when we were there, you were like, come on, I gotta show you, I
Yeah.
gotta show you. We were running.
Yeah,
And
so
we
yeah,
were
we did
going.
photos over there too.
And we
Yeah,
get there, and of course, there's like 15 people in line to
I
get their
know.
picture.
They have stanchions for that too.
And yes,
Exactly.
there was. And I'm like, Holly, is this worth it? Like, it's a picture. It's a black and white drawing on the ground.
Exactly.
And of
Yeah,
course, I tried to
so
pretend I was falling, and it looked horrible. Mine didn't work out very well.
you have to be at the exact spot, like, for it
Yeah.
to turn out well. But yeah.
There's one actually on the solo show. I remember you sent me the picture with not Monroe, Simon.
Oh, and he's
Si-
like, I know.
Simon
I'm like, wait,
jumping.
what kid?
He's jumping
Yeah.
up, and I think he has like the Avengers
Oh
Infinity
yeah.
Gauntlet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does.
that's a
Yeah.
good
And then
photo.
his feet are angled, so like he's like doing like the Michael Jackson like a ballet pose. So he's on his
No, I think he was
toes.
jumping. I think he was
Yeah, so
jumping,
but it
and,
looks
and
like
his
he's
feet, but
on
his
his
feet,
toes,
yeah,
like being pulled
he
down. Yeah,
looked
that
really
was a
good.
good one.
Yeah. Dan, you touched on my next one, the Festival of the Art. This is a
Yeah.
mural. I'm not going to talk about the
Yeah.
sidewalk the sidewalk chalk that Dan's talking about with the 3D art. See, I got another one in there. I'm going to talk about the paint by number murals that they
Yes,
have.
that's a good one.
Yeah. So these every year at the Festival of the Art, they have a different mural I think it's every week or not every day. I think it's every week. These
Yeah.
big, huge, massive construction walls. And I think it came from because they had construction walls up
So
and he
smart.
wanted to do something with it.
Yeah.
So you go there, it doesn't cost anything. They give you a little thing of paint and a paintbrush, and you go and they have like
Paint by numbers.
paint by number. Yeah. So I think
Uh-huh.
you have a number on your cup,
Yeah.
Yep.
and you just paint like 4 or 5 squares, whatever it is, with your
Yep.
paint. And you come back at the end of the day, and there's a lot of more taken done. And if you get there midway, you get to see the ones that are completed and the ones that they're working on. It's actually a lot of fun, and it's really cool. A lot more fun than I thought it was going to be.
That is pretty funny though, that they had to create something out of their construction walls because there's so many construction walls all the time that they're like, let's create murals with it.
Yeah, and they took a page out of Tom Sawyer, and they they got the guests to paint for them these
Yeah, that's
murals.
a really good one.
My question is, when are they going to start charging for it? Take all the fun away.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're already getting the guests to work for free. Now they
Yeah,
want
that's
the guests
true.
to pay to work there to paint these murals. They get these
It's gonna
murals.
change too. It's gonna be like here's a roller and a whole can of paint.
Yeah. We don't have any painting right now, but these garbage cans need to be sanded. So here's some sandpaper. And if you could just sweep up those leaves over there, that'd be great. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, do we want to do one more or
Yeah, let's do one more.
Okay.
We'll go quick.
Okay.
I have 3 more left. I'll do one as a honorable mention if we can
Okay.
do that at the end. But the other 2 are both in the same land. So you guys are cheating. I'm going to start cheating now, and I'm just going to take the whole Toy Story land as my backdrops.
Okay.
In particular, there's 2 that I really like. One's the checkerboard that's at the exit queue for Slinky Dog. And there's a couple board games there that are cool backdrops.
Mhm.
And the other one is the popsicle stick wall that I love, right? And it looks like popsicle sticks that have been eaten. So like one side is pink or purple or something like that. So those 2, I have pictures. I said earlier that I looked at my camera roll for some inspiration, and I think I have more pictures in front of those backdrops than any other backdrop at Disney.
That's funny.
I really like the. I was actually thinking about doing a popsicle wall fence in my
Yeah, I
backyard.
remember.
Yeah.
But they also have the popsicle bench there too, right? Right by the
Mhm.
restrooms.
Yeah, I made the bench. I made a bench. I have that on
That's
my
right.
deck.
You did that. Yeah.
I have the bench on my deck, and I was thinking making the matching fence. Actually, what I should do is just make the railings on my deck the popsicle stick.
And the
That'd be
popsicle
cute.
wall is a gate to backstage. That's what it is. So all they did was like you said, a construction wall. It was
Uh-huh.
basically that. It was just a gate to block the backstage, and
Yeah.
they made it into something where people actually go to now.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's cute.
Okay, Holly, one more.
So this one sadly is not here anymore, and I don't know why. So in Toontown, there's a gate, once again, a gate to backstage, and I don't know what comes out of this big gate because there's no parades coming out of that way. So I'm not really sure. But when they redid Toontown a few years ago, they painted over this mural and it's just plain blue now. But it used to say celebrate and it had clouds on it to match the back wall of Toontown. And then it had Mickey and Minnie and a bunch of balloons and little hearts. And it was so cute. It was such a great mural for photos and it fit perfectly in Toontown. I have no idea why they painted over that and just made it plain blue now. It really bothers
Hang
me.
on, is that the one that had the hills and Toontown Land?
No, that's above. So that's
Okay.
like,
That's not
yeah,
that's
so
higher.
that's above. But these were the big doors for backstage, like Dan was saying, and it's next to Minnie's house. And they painted over it. I have no idea. And it was so cute because it had balloons, and they used to actually have you pretend to hold the balloons like
Okay.
you're
This is
flying.
this is what happens when you start giving guests rollers and paint cans.
I
And
was just gonna say that. Someone
But it
decided
was,
to paint it, and they
yeah,
painted
I
it.
have no idea why. Maybe it was faded or something and they didn't, or maybe, yeah, maybe when they were redoing Toontown, they messed it up on accident. I have no idea, but it was so cute and fit perfectly in Toontown, and now it's gone. So
Interesting.
I don't
That's too
know.
bad. Okay, my last one. I have one more after this. That's
all right,
not
we'll do a whole bunch of honorable mentions.
okay.
Quick round, right?
So this one, I'm surprised Dan didn't say this one actually.
Oh, you can take it. I was gonna use it.
I doubt you got this one. Maybe you do.
But hold on. Does it have to do with an attraction that's no longer there?
Yes.
And is it for the country that I'm from?
Yes.
Then I have it on my list.
Yeah, the old Maelstrom mural was
Oh, it's on my list.
amazing. I
Yep.
love that mural with the Viking and the Viking boat and the hidden Mickey and the thunder clouds, and that was one of the highlight. Well, it wasn't the highlight of the attraction. I love that attraction. I miss it. I miss it dearly. But yeah, that's the mural I was talking about. The Maelstrom mural.
Now
That's
I'll just throw
cool.
another spin to it. Now picture a 7-year-old Dan Hansen who is a proud Norwegian,
Yeah.
and just seeing this photo every time and just like reminds me of everything that I know as a kid, right? Like reminds me of my grandparents, it reminds me of my cousins that visit me every year that live in Norway. So it was something that I always found like very,
What is
very
it
special.
now?
It's frozen.
It's frozen.
Oh, but correct. But the mural is now a frozen mural? Or
It was the loading
okay.
platform.
Okay.
So I don't know what's back there now.
It's probably a
How they
blue
have
wall,
it.
just like at
Yeah.
Toontown.
Yeah, because I'm trying to, yeah, so it was the wall behind where you're getting
Yeah.
on the boats?
Yep.
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 Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what's there now.
I can't think of any murals back there.
I don't know what's
Frozen
there
is
now.
one of my all-time favorite rides, but Maelstrom was so good. Like, I wish that they could have did a Frozen ride somewhere else too, but whatever.
They did. They put one in Hong Kong.
Well, you know what I mean, in the park
Or
somewhere
sorry, in
else. But
Tokyo.
but anyways, are you looking it up, Dan? Because yeah, I'm
I'm
curious.
trying to, yeah.
I cannot think of a
It's probably a blue wall now. Just like-
yeah.
yeah, I don't think there's a mural there.
I probably have a video of it because one time I was riding that ride and we were getting on there with a dog. So I was recording the whole process. So I bet you I have video.
So it
Loading it.
looks like I just got one weird angle here. It looks like they made it into like the port that
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
what's it called again? Arendelle is in.
Yeah.
Like there's a lighthouse in the background, and it's mostly
Okay.
just sky and ocean. And then they added some props like barrels and a crate of tomatoes. Oh, maybe this is an apple crate. Actually, it is an apple crate. I'm not joking. There's an apple crate there, Stan.
With all Stan's crap in it.
Oh, because we're talking about apple boxes.
Holy cow!
Look how much Star Wars stuff is in that apple crate.
Listeners are like, what's he talking about?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy. We were chatting before we recorded about how many apple boxes I have filled with Star Wars stuff that I need to get rid of.
Yeah, you need to sell.
Alrighty, Dan, do you have an honorable mention?
I'll go with all the other quote unquote walls instead of the purple wall. There's the bubblegum wall, which is in Epcot. There's the moss wall in Animal Kingdom, which is just like a moss background. There's the wave wall, which is the one in front of Coral Reef, and those are all the Instagram walls that people love to take pictures in front of.
Mm-hmm. Yep, good ones for sure. I don't take pictures in front of them because I don't do Instagram. Okay. Holly?
Because they would all be horizontal photos.
Yeah, Instagram doesn't like the horizontal photos.
They're
Holly
taking
did-
them now, actually, but they
Are
just
they?
don't look as good. Yes, yeah, you can use
They
them
need
now.
to set up the phone so that when you're taking vertical videos, you get electrocuted. Because I do not like vertical videos.
We know.
Alrighty, Holly.
So here's what I just noticed last night, actually. It's on the doors on Main Street that open up for overflow to go in the back areas when it's so packed that they need to get people in and out of the park. But I've never noticed this before. So I think this one is new, but it's cute. It says welcome friends. And it's actually in like a really bright neon orange and green and then a background of purple. So I'm assuming they did that for the Halloween time, but I'm going to have to keep an eye on those to see what they change them to. But I thought that was really cute that it said welcome friends.
Interesting.
And
Very
that's
cool.
where a lot of times Mickey will be standing or one of the characters, and that's where they'll do a lot of the character photos right there in front of those doors. But
Nice.
there was nobody there, so I really noticed them.
You took pictures of the wall instead.
Uh-huh.
That says welcome friends. No characters here.
Mhm.
Really quick, a lot of attractions, loading areas have murals. Peter Pan's Flight comes to mind.
Mhm.
That's a really nice mural there. The Land Pavilion has this amazing tile mosaic mural on the outside, and on the inside, it has that carpet mural on the
Yeah.
wall. That is really, really unique and interesting. Star Wars Launch Bay. I don't think this is going to be around much longer. I got a feeling, but there's two really huge Star Wars murals. One on the outside that kind of has all the character pictures from from 1 through 6, and there's one on the inside that has 1 through 9, as well as Solo and Rogue One has all the characters and all those, which is a really cool murals if you're a Star Wars fan. I'd love to take those home. the
Put them in an apple box.
Yeah. Exactly. There might be a couple of apple boxes for those. Growing up, I often talked about the theater that I grew up in, and this was always a very special place to me. I always talked about it that I basically grew up in this. There was an arcade in the basement and the movie theater,
Mhm.
and I was either in the movie theater or I was in the arcade. That was my childhood. The second or third owner of the theater painted a massive mural on the outside of this movie theater, and it had all sorts of different movies on the outside of this movie theater, like Wizard of Oz and Herbie and a bunch of Disney movies. And it was really, he did a good job on it, I thought. I was 11, what did I know? But it was huge. It was the whole massive side of the theater was painted with all these different movie characters. Somehow Disney found out about it,
Oh my
and
gosh.
he had to paint over it.
Oh
Oh my
man.
goodness.
Yeah. It's
That's so ridiculous. A
yeah,
little teeny tiny village in Canada, like
yeah,
that's so silly.
yeah. How Disney found out about this mural?
Yeah.
This is before the internet. This is
Yeah.
before social media. But yeah, Disney got wind of this, and then they sent their lawyers down and told them to not have that on their wall because it's not a
Hmm.
Disney theater. But that was my favorite mural, probably of all time. Was the one that was on the theater that lasted a half a summer. It wasn't up
Yeah,
very
that's
long.
unfortunate.
I think I might have a picture of it in one of my dad's photo albums. But anyways, alrighty, passengers, we're gonna wrap this up. Which ones did we miss? Let us know. Which one's more iconic, the Cinderella Castle or the Grand Canyon at the Contemporary? We want to hear which do you think is what's your favorite one of the all the murals at Walt Disney World? I know there's a lot more than what we
Oh,
touched on.
jeez. Thousands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's the Orange Bird one at Disney Springs.
Oh yeah.
That's a cool one too. But anyways,
Stan is still trying to get him in, and we're even done recording, and he's still
I
trying
know.
to cheat.
Ken, take us away.
If you would like to keep the adventure going after the show, be sure to visit our Facebook page, Disney Friends of the Grand Circle Tour Podcast. While you're on Facebook, like our page, Grand Circle Tour Podcast. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Grand Circle Tour Podcast, on Instagram at GCT Podcast, and our YouTube channel, Grand Circle Tour. On TikTok, Grand Circle Tour. That's all one word. If you'd like to email us, drop us a line, gctpodcast@gmail.com. T-shirts and other fun merch can be found at tpublic.com. Simply search Grand Circle Tour Podcast. If you enjoyed your visit, leave us a review on Apple Podcast. Only one rule, make it good. All logos, sounds, music, and songs that are made by and for Disney and its affiliates are owned in full by the Disney Corporation, and they are not, nor are they intended to be owned in any way by the Grand Circle Tour Podcast. Thank you for riding with us, and welcome home.
Round the table they all sit with glee. Stan Solo's the captain steering history. Skipper Jay cracks jokes like a cannonball boom. This podcast's a party filling every room. Oh, Grand Circle Tour, take us away through Disney parks where magic stays. With Holly and Dan and Chris so fine, Francine's laughter is a sparkling sign. Holly's got the secrets to every ride. Dan's got the facts that he won't let slide. Chris paints the skies with fireworks, a dazzling display. Francine's positivity never fades. Oh, Grand Circle Tour, take us away through Disney parks where magic stays. With Holly and Dan and Chris so fine, Francine's laughter is a sparkling sign. Oh, Grand Circle Tour, take us away through Disney parks where magic stays. With Holly and Dan and Chris so fine, Francine's laughter is a sparkling sign. Our Main Street lights to the jungle's roar, they're the crew you trust to explore. Every castle and every land with a cupcake in each hand. Stan's hidden secret tales take us so high. Dan's puns make the time fly. Holly's smile shines brighter than a star. This podcast, our passport near and far. Oh, Grand Circle Tour, take us away through Disney parks where magic stays. With Holly and Dan and Chris so fine, Francine's laughter is a sparkling sign. Francine's laughter is a sparkling sign. Holly's got the secrets to every ride. Dan's got the facts that he won't let slide.